Seriously,
I
what
know
is
what
this?
is that?
It's like a vacuum cleaner. What, a lawnmower?
Okay.
Oh God, what is
God,
this?
it's
now?
getting louder.
I think it's a leaf
Yeah,
blower.
now it's a leaf blower. Hey MisFits, welcome to another episode. Pavi and Nami here again to help you crush unemployment and find your dream career. You can catch us on YouTube doing 5-minute hacks every Tuesday and telling stories every Thursday, which you should obviously subscribe to. And if you prefer the long form version, check out our podcast on iTunes and our blog on bizlatte.com. Just a lovely content sandwich, if you will.
A few weeks ago, we talked about the pit of despair and how failure is inevitable. We want to talk about failure in more depth, not to like bum you out, but to actually rebrand it and put a positive spin on it. The truth is, failure is a necessary part of your journey. We failed a lot, so here are a few lessons we've learned.
Lesson number 1, failure is not permanent. We tend to think of failure as this definite thing, right? But in your career, there are very few things that will actually tarnish your reputation forever. Most of those things are federal crimes. Unless you're Jared from Subway, you should be able to bounce back. Even the most successful people failed spectacularly before they made it to the top.
Lesson number 2. Failure is an indication that you're doing something wrong. Often we'll be chugging along, not aware of the consequences of what we're doing, but failure is a necessary jolt that kind of tells you, hey, this isn't working. For example, maybe you're getting back-to-back rejections while job hunting, but don't take it personally. Think objectively about what you could change. Maybe you're not using the right keywords on your resume, or maybe you're not networking enough.
Lesson number 3, failure accelerates your learning. Think of it as an experiment. You diagnose the problem, you think of what you can change the next time to get a different result, and then now with this new information, you're one step closer to success. If you have a problem that's especially tough, get creative, innovate your way out, #science.
Lesson number 4, you the real MVP, baby. We get it. It's scary taking a risk and going into the unknown. What if you crash and burn, right? So very often we don't even get started. Companies often try to minimize risk by coming up with a minimum viable product. A product that's just good enough to roll out to the public, and then they iterate it based on the feedback that they get and try to make it better. You can do the same, whether it's a career change, a business idea, or just you in general. It doesn't have to be perfect from day one. I mean, have you seen our earlier videos?
Walk away, kids. Lesson number 5. Failure is a precursor to success. You almost always have to fail to succeed. It's just human nature. It's something that has to be experienced and can't be taught. Whether it comes to business or parenting, there are no manuals out there that can teach you exactly what to do because every child and every business is different.
Lesson number 6. Failure teaches you about yourself and your relationships. Whether that's friends, family, or your partner, it shows you who's had your back. It also motivates you to seek out like-minded people. It also teaches you about yourself, your strengths, weaknesses, motivations, and how you handle adversity. Based on that, you can decide to stay the same course or change direction.
Lesson number 7, ignore the negative voices. When you failed at something, you best believe there will be a lot of negative voices. If it's outside people, ignore them. Just respectfully disagree and just like moonwalk away. If the negative voice is coming from within, shut it down. Because if you keep telling yourself you'll fail, guess what? You will fail.
Lesson number 8, do not romanticize failure. With Silicon Valley culture being so prevalent, it's easy to romanticize failure, but there is a fine line between failure and delusion. Sometimes you just have to be practical, know when to cut your losses, and move on. And there's nothing wrong with that. We share stories on our Getting Real segment on Thursday, so be sure to watch that.
Alright MisFits, we hope that we've made failure seem a lot less scary, so go out there, take a risk. The great J.K. Rowling once said, it's impossible to live without failing at something unless you've lived so cautiously that you might as well have not lived at all. Yes,
so
sorry. I know J.K. Rowling, you're my lord and savior. If you never attempt at all, you'll never know.
Also, check out our podcast on iTunes or SoundCloud and our blog on bizlatte.com. We love hearing from you guys, so get in touch over social media or email, give this video a thumbs up, and hit subscribe. We'll see you next week with a brand new 5-minute hack. Bye!